All right, good afternoon and welcome to another Tuesdays at 2 with Haven. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics personally, which is styling with plants. So house plants, greenery, faux plants, how to incorporate all of that into your existing home decor. So there's definitely been a growing trend in design and lifestyle of bringing lots of greenery into the home, but it does feel like it's even more important this year. Plants are scientifically proven to reduce stress, plus houseplants are a great way of bringing the outdoors inside, a couple of things that really were important for us over the last year. So let's talk about some things to consider in building your collection, the upkeep of your collection, and then styling your plant friends. So first up, be realistic about the environmental conditions of your space. So it's totally natural to think first and foremost about aesthetics when selecting a new houseplant, but you do really want your plant to thrive in your space, so you will have to think about some of the natural conditions of your home. So consider the amount of natural light that filters into the space, consider the air quality and quirks of your space. Do you have big drafty windows, or are you in a high heat and humidity environment? These considerations will help with selecting the right plants for your home. And so do a little research about the optimal light conditions and air environment for a plant before purchasing. Other considerations: do you have pets? Do you have kids? Take care to research plants that are totally safe for pets and kids to kind of be around, and always consult with your vet or a pediatrician if you have any questions about that. You want, obviously, the most safe plants that, are going to be interacting with your kids and your pets daily. And then finally, there's nothing wrong with faux greenery. So whether you don't quite have a green thumb or your home conditions aren't ideal for real plants, faux plants are a great alternative. They're also really great for bookcase styling, for kitchens, for bathrooms, spaces that kind of tend to get limited natural light. And faux options are more varied and realistic looking than ever. Tons of vendors are selling them. You can find them at Target, at IKEA, and they really are kind of realistic and nice looking. So next, make sure you have the right tools for upkeep. So start with the essentials like a watering can and some shears. It's always good to also have a small spade or potting scoop and some potting soil on hand for any transplanting you might need to do. And then finally, maybe pick up some horticultural oil, because that can help to ward off any insects and mites and just keep your plants real nice and healthy. And now for the aesthetics. So once you've researched the right plant types for your space, try mixing plants of varied textures, colors, shapes, and heights to add some visual interest to your space. So for example, a snake plant is really great for adding that tall, slender height. And then, some succulents and plants will turn a pinkish red when they get lots of sunlight. So kind of cluster these varied plants all together, and it'll create kind of a more fun and dynamic grouping of plants. Plants are also perfect additions for any shelf styling to add that texture, height, and a pop of green. So place a small succulent on your bathroom shelf to add a little zen. Maybe emphasize a vertical space or any really tall ceilings you have in your home. Draw the eye up by placing big plants on higher shelves or using really tall, potted trees or plants. Or you could even place a little faux plant on your kitchen counter to bring in some color. That's a space that we typically don't bring as many plants into. Maybe your light is really limited, so that would be that great use of a faux plant there. And use your plants to break up your space. So plants can really act as great room dividers. One challenge with a big open space is often making it feel kind of zoned out and divided, but not shut off. So a hanging plant shelf in a loft space can divide the room, but also allow it to feel really airy and open still. Or in a more traditional home, use a tall plant or tree to fill that awkward wall space between your living and your dining setups to create two distinct zones, even though it's just one room. So plants are just great for filling in those kind of dead spaces and filling in any other awkward corners you may have in your home. And think about your existing decor style when choosing planters and pots. So almost as fun, if not more fun, than selecting a new plant is picking out the planter that the plant's going to live in. So play off of your existing design style. So if your space is minimal and clean, planters with simple shapes in simple kind of color palette like gray, white, black can really complement that kind of minimal style nicely. But if you have kind of a more eclectic design style, really lean into that with the bright, colorful, patterned planters in unique shapes and silhouettes. Mix and match patterns and colors, cluster them together, kind of for that more eclectic look. And think about repurposing what you already have around your home to refresh your space and add greenery. So you don't have to break the bank to incorporate greenery into your decor. Think outside of the box. A stool or a chair can create a really fun plant stand. Stack some books underneath a smaller plant to give it a height boost on a surface. Gather a few plants of different textures onto a tray for a natural centerpiece, or even recycle an old vessel like an old candle, cup, or mug that you don't really use so much and turn that into a new small planter. So just get creative with kind of what's already lying around your house. And you don't have to necessarily go out and buy all new to really incorporate that greenery and upgrade your decor look. And then finally, go vertical with your plants. So get creative with incorporating plants vertically. Look beyond the floor and shelf space of your home and take your plants up higher. So consider a plant wall. Think of a gallery wall picture frames, but using plants instead. You can DIY a plant wall using brackets or wood planks, or kind of on a smaller scale, you can use spice racks, picture ledges, any other type of wall mount to bring your smaller plants up onto your walls. This can be a really great alternative to artwork or even a headboard when plants are used this way. Or finally, you could screw in a ceiling hook and go for a macrame plant hanger for kind of a more eclectic look. So that wraps up all of our plant talk for today. I hope you found a little bit of inspiration and a few ideas for incorporating more greenery into your home decor. And please join us for our next Tuesday at 2 in 2 weeks, and get out there and get planting.